Hey, what's going on, everyone? Good morning. Good morning. Want to kick this thing off. We had a solid day in the markets yesterday. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019. Starting the month off strong. So after, as we all know, Trump and Kim got together yesterday or this past weekend, and we saw some solid pre-market action yesterday going into the session, and just market just kind of faded out. SPY dipped down and slid throughout the afternoon, throughout the morning, found a little bit of support and kind of closed relatively strong. Kind of closed up almost to what, 2.5 points from where it found support at, which is in the mid 294s, closed what, 295.57. So it's going to give some opportunities for today to the upside. Obviously the street spoke and think they want to continue the price that everybody was trading at pre-market. So they obviously dipped down a little bit, but find it's important closing strong like that. It's a pretty good indication. We're going to see what happens today in the markets. But that being said, we got what do we got? 4 or 5. We got 5 on our watch list going into the session. Going to keep it nice and simple. Tech stock got MU. MU obviously had, as you can see, pre-market yesterday was pretty strong, faded out all day long. Then had a little bit of action after hours, so we're gonna keep an eye on this thing, and we like it to the 45 level if it continue to get this strong bullish trend. But if it pulls back, then it's going to pull back to that obviously 200. But we're gonna keep an eye on it, and we're gonna see if the sentiment is still bullish on it. And if so, then I'm sure we'll get to that 45 level relatively soon. Next up, QCOM. QCOM, obviously same situation. Tech stock got some love pre-market yesterday and faded out, and it was pretty much identical to MU. Again, cracking over that 50-day on the daily. We got at least another solid. This thing's been running. Obviously, found resistance in 90s back in May, so it's going to try to make this run for it. We're going to see if it continues. Obviously, it's in a pretty solid trend for a little bit now, so we're going to see if the market's going to start pushing this thing up. If the street likes it, then we're going to ride this thing up and see how far it goes. Any pullbacks, we'll step in and see if we can enjoy the ride to the upside. MD is always MDB. It actually closed down 4 points yesterday. We thought it was going to continue up higher. We still like the 175. It's sitting on that 50-day moving average right now. So, the further it dips down, the better opportunity it's going to be for a nice swing for us. So we're going to look at this thing for the upside if obviously the market wants to push this thing up. But again, it could come down another 2, 3 points, 4 points, find a little bit of support, and then get that bounce up. So we're going to kind of keep an eye on this. Obviously, when it moves nicely. So again, if it fights, it had a little bit of action after hours last night, but fights the upside, starts to find a little bit of life above VWAP, and the street pushes it up, then watch this thing move. It moves very, very nicely to the upside. Next up, NVDA on our watch always. As you can see, it's coming up on its 200-day on the daily. 175 is our target. Still gets that love from the street, then we're going to take it to the upside. So we got this thing for at least another 4 or 5 points, relatively good to the upside for probably a day and a half. We're going to see how the market's going to react to it. But that being said, if it continues that uptrend, then it should reach that 175. But we look for 3, 4, 5 points today in the session. Last up, Facebook. Facebook, obviously, same situation. Tech stocks across the board, right? Found a little bit of love and faded out right in the morning after the bell. Got that bounce on the 192. And again, closed relatively strong. Still, obviously, it's closed zero actually, but you're going to see that still once that makes that run to that 198, 200 level, it's staring at it. So Facebook's strong. We'll keep an eye on it, and if the market is going to be bullish across the board, then look for the strong move to the upside. Any pullbacks, step in and mitigate risk at VWAP. All right, guys, that's what we got going on. We like to stick with what we know, and we're bullish going into today's session. As always, guys, if you want to know how we're doing and how we're building these watch lists, how we're trading these stocks, we invite you to come check out the site at thestreettrading.com, and we'll sort you out on the 90-day course. Any questions you have, you're going to come reach out to us. We're always here to answer any questions you have. And as always, guys, stay very patient with your setups, be diligent with your stops, and wait for price to come to you. All right, guys, have a great day in the markets, and we're going to check you later.